Mike, we heard from the Philadelphia Fed President Patrick Harker speaking in St. Louis, Missouri a little bit earlier today. Take a listen to what he had to say about the outlook for rates.
Based on the relatively strong economy, but with the continued stubbornness of inflation, I have penciled in 2 25 basis point rate hikes for this year.
So, Mike, Harker's got 2, the market and the Fed have got 3, and there's some people looking at 4. When you sit down with Kashkari, what is the Dove's argument right now to get more people like Harker on board to do less than what is already projected?
Well, it's interesting because Harker went along with the majority all last year when he was a voter in raising rates 3 times. So his view that we might only get 2 this year might be one that is adopted by the rest of the Doves, or he may be following their path in arguing that inflation just isn't responding quickly enough. The question is, does the stimulus add to inflation? The last CPI report showed a fairly broad amount of price increases, the kind of thing that you would expect to see if inflation is finally taking hold. I want to hear from Neel Kashkari about whether he sees things the same way as Pat Harker, or whether he's open to the idea that we're finally getting the inflation pressures he didn't see at all last year either.
Hey, Mike, really looking forward to that interview. I know we've got to let you go to get you set up, so we'll bring you that interview live and in full right here on Bloomberg TV in around about 10 minutes' time. It'll be Michael McKee sitting down with Neel Kashkari, the Minneapolis Fed president. Lisa, it's an interesting one at the moment, isn't it? The market finally agrees with the Federal Reserve, but there is this split on the fringe, and I keep hearing from a lot of people on the street that are looking for more than the Federal Reserve is set to deliver this year, and that's a real change.
I think that there's a question about what is the Fed's goal. Is it to stave off inflation before it gets out of control? Is it that it wants to normalize before the next downturn so it has more ammunition, because people used to be talking about that? Is it to stabilize the market? And I think that that will be very interesting. If it's purely inflation, there is evidence that it's picking up, but not enough to give them confidence to go 4 times this year quite yet. But if they'd want to normalize so that they can drop rates down again, should we get another downturn, which a lot of investors expect, say 2019, then there might be more pressure to start raising rates a little bit faster now.